Now, this video is obviously going towards Jalen Hurts, and there's probably a lot of Eagles fans out there that don't want him to be the starter, and I understand why. Okay, I was in front of my TV set streaming that Tampa Bay and Eagles playoff game, and I literally got up and said, "Hurts, you suck." I mean, yeah, he did. so, um, I'm not a fan of one player. I'm not a fan of one quarterback. I'm a fan of the Philadelphia Eagles at the end of the day. Whatever the Eagles have to do to increase the roster production and whatever they're trying to do to build to something greater, I'm all for it. Okay. Howie Roseman had his press conference and talked about Jalen Hurts as well as Nick Sirianni. Okay, now Howie Roseman did talk about Hurts having flaws. Hurts, has to work on some things. Okay, so and Howie Roseman's, as much as stupid crap he said in that press conference, the one thing I can agree on with him, which I can't put it by him at all, is that, he's got a lot to work on. They've had one-on-one conversations, and he's got to get better. Okay, whether it's the passing game, anticipating on throws, can't miss guys that are wide open, overthrowing. He's got the arm to do it. It's just down to the accuracy and down to the, pocket presence and pocket patience and, being good with your feet. Obviously, being the athletic as he is on the run, but, can't miss on targets. And we have to distribute the ball. So I think, secondly, Howie Roseman building, they're going to surround Jalen Hurts with more weapons, which is another plus in my opinion. I still think they need a number 2 receiver. I still think I think Quez Watkins should be the number 3. I think that he should still be in this offense, and I think they need to add a well-known piece opposite of Devontae Smith at this point. Okay. In the future, we're going to find out if it's obviously Jalen Hurts is somewhat of a problem right now, which some quarterbacks just take more to develop. But guys, this is the right move to make him the starting quarterback in 2022 because you have to build this roster. You cannot waste first-round picks on quarterbacks right now. We're just not in a position. Of course, we could do that, but as soon as you waste a first rounder, another first rounder, some mid-round picks, you're losing picks. You're losing a lot of players that you could be drafting on defense right now or adding depth to the offense right now. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, Eagles fans are just not patient. Of course, I want a quarterback right now that already knows everything, that's going to go in there and sling it, and we're going to be fine. Of course, I want, everybody wants that quick success, but at the end of the day, like, this might take another year. Okay. At the end of the day, guys, if Jalen Hurts is horrible in 2022, we get a better draft pick at the end of the day. Okay. If he does well, then that's great. Then you still have another year until you have to pay him a big contract, and you really have to make that decision because at this point, paying Carson Wentz at the time seemed like a really good idea. And then down the road, it kind of turned horrible, and we had to eat a lot of dead cap. 33 million, whatever it was at the time. Okay, so next year they have to make sure that, and I think we'll kind of see. I mean, statistics don't matter. They really don't. We're going to find out with our own 2 eyes just watching if he is missing targets, if he's overthrowing targets. I mean, if he's making the same mistakes going into like 5-6 games of next year, then the Eagles might have to make a change in 2023 at quarterback. But the promising thing about it is that your roster is well built. If we're only going to look, I know quarterback is an important position, but as of right now, to draft a quarterback in the first round, then you got to pay him, and then you got to do this, and you got to do that. I mean, there's so much you have to do. Okay, trading for a Russell Wilson makes absolutely no sense. He was horrible this year. He's old, and we're not a quarterback away from doing anything right now. Okay, we still have a lot of holes on defense. We need more depth on offense. We need a complimentary receiver for Devontae Smith with Quez Watkins in the lineup. And, Howie's got to pull out of his ass that, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside is nothing but a blocker, and, Jalen Reagor is not a number 3 receiver on this team. I think that's what we can come to agree with, all of us together. Okay, we need to, there's one thing when you say things you don't want to talk bad about players in press conferences, but you don't want to say stupid things towards really bad players that haven't done nothing with our offense about these players. Okay, calling JJ the enforcer and, just stupid stuff like that. Just I can't stand. But when it comes down to it, guys, the smart thing to do is to just wait another year. I promise you, it is going to pay off. It's going to pay off at the end of the day. It really is. You keep building this roster. Just keep building it. Use everything you have. I'm not saying spend all your cap space. Use your cap space. Use your draft picks. Just build this roster. So there's going to become a time and point where if Hurts doesn't work out next year, then all you have to worry about is a quarterback for 2023. Plus, you have the 2023 offseason to make more moves and to complete this roster a little bit more. Maybe there'll be another quarterback available if you don't want to draft one in 23. I have no idea what it's going to look like by that time. But to go get a Russell Wilson that was hurt, is old. There's not enough time to build around him because he's already old. They're, 13 years in the league? It makes absolutely no sense. Deshaun Watson is probably a better option at 26, 27 because there's more time to build around him. But between the allegations and obviously the Texans are going through their own, they're trying to hire a head coach right now. And I don't know if a new head coach is going to go in there and say that, I want to keep Deshaun Watson. I have no idea. Okay. I don't care if Jimmy Garoppolo is available. I don't care. I've heard rumors about Derek Carr being available. I don't want to touch any of these quarterbacks. I don't. Just let Jalen play for another year. As much as I said he was sucked in that playoff game, because he did, I know at the end of the day, it's all going to pay off. It's going to pay off. People in the chat are saying, "Oh, let's go sign a back. Let's trade Minshew. Let's go sign a backup like Jacoby Brissett." Like people. We got to stop spending money in areas we don't have to spend money on. It's like. I understand we want to win a championship right now, but it's going to take time. It's not going to take overnight. This is the most important offseason for the Philadelphia Eagles as of right now. Your 3 first-round picks, $30 to $50 million in cap space. Plus, you're going to free up more cap space because I don't think Brandon Brooks is going to be here. We'll see what happens to some other guys on the team, but it's going to be a new team. It's going to be a younger team, and Steven Nelson could walk. They could need a cornerback. We need linebacker. We need safety. You have two safeties leaving in free agency. I mean, there's a lot going on. You're losing Derek Barnett. Brandon Graham's coming back next year, but you need more of an edge rush. We got to free up these defensive tackles and Javon Hargrave and Fletcher Cox. So there's a lot that we have to do. Okay, and look, maybe they surprise us next year. I don't know, but to be more of a complete roster, it might take more than just 1 year. Okay, it might take more than 2022. But I'm willing to be patient and just support this team as much as possible. Okay, there's a lot of games we could have won this year. It's due to coaching. It's due to Jalen Hurts, and unfortunately, our defense wasn't good all year. Not really. Not even showing a flash of even trying to be good. So when it comes down to it, build this roster. Spend what you need to spend. Use all your draft capital. Draft wisely. Do not. We're lucky right now that Jalen Hurts isn't a first-round pick quarterback. We're lucky right now. Okay? I think it makes it worse that he's a second. Obviously, it just depends on, when you draft a guy in the second round, a guy's expendable because he's not making that much money. So we're lucky that he is not making a lot of money right now. And that's just the truth to it all. Okay. So I think everybody's just got to be patient and we have to let it take its course. I think by the time if we need a quarterback by 2023, it's going to happen. I think it will happen. It might not. I don't know. I really don't know how much the development stage is, how much time we give Jalen. I don't know how much time you're going to give this guy, but we'll see at the end of the day. I don't know. But it is the smart decision to start Jalen Hurts next year. It is. It really is. Because the next step to all of this, if Jalen Hurts starts playing well, now it's going to be on the coaching. Like, are our wide receivers going to get enough targets? If it's not going to be, I don't want a focal point on a tight end the entire game and barely run the ball, which we didn't in that playoff game, and we totally just changed course in that game, which I don't know why. So there's a lot to really dive into. So take this offseason with a grain of salt. Take it slow. Don't go crazy, okay? But it's exciting. And I think it's dangerous because Howie Roseman has more to use and more to screw up at the same time. He's got more cap space. He's got draft capital. He's really got a lot of maneuvering he could use. Okay, he could make a lot of moves here. Just got to be patient with it. Okay, so other than that, I'm sorry if I repeated myself a million times, but Eagles fans just need to be really patient with this, really, because I think it's going to pay off. Whether Jalen Hurts works out next year or he doesn't work out, it's going to pay off because we're building this roster. Okay, keep building around Jalen Hurts, keep building this defense, and by the time we need a quarterback, boom, we need a quarterback. We get a quarterback, could take a year. Who knows, depending on who we draft at the time. And this team could go really far. So I'm hoping it's Jalen Hurts. I hope he could develop by next year. I hope he has a really good offseason, and I hope he looks somewhat ready in the passing game, and that's it. At least they have said that they know Devontae Smith's the number 1. They know Quez Watkins is the number 2, and they think Rager's the number 3. But if you get another receiver in the building that's well known, that could complement Devontae Smith, I don't think he's even going to make it. He might be a backup. He might not even ever play at this point. So, other than that, that's pretty much it, guys. That's my rant on Jalen Hurts, and obviously to the Eagle fans and what we should do. But yeah, let me know. I will see you guys later. Shakes go up, follow slide. Peace out, guys. Peace.